Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, and this is for Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, February 9th to the 15th, 2020. And I'm just going to jump in because it's just a lot easier to do it that way. And the first card was Embrace. And I suspect that is to embrace what is coming your way. And honestly, it may not look good. It may not look great. It may not feel awesome. But if you embrace it, you'll find that it is exactly what you want. And that's not a promise. That's an observation. But I have observed many times that this is how it works. So the first card is really good. It's the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups it's all about celebrating. It's all about being very happy. It's on cloud nine. You're on cloud nine, and it's also the wish card. So make a wish. And the card that covers it is about balance. The Two of Cups. It's the balance of the male, the female. It's the balance of the yin and the yang. It's the balance of the negative and the positive. So this week, we're celebrating that we're at the balance. And what's behind us is the moon. And the moon, as we all know, has to do with the subconscious. It is the growth. It is the knowledge. It's becoming more mature and wiser. And maturity doesn't mean you're getting old. You don't have to be old to be mature. You have to be open to receiving new knowledge, to changing the belief systems that you've had in the past, to looking at things with new eyes and acting, not reacting. And what's just below us would be the Two of Pentacles, which is a card of patience, being in patience. And that's not, it's something that I have been saying all week. Be patient. See what happens. Be patient. And what does that mean? Things are in a little bit in limbo, but we're moving into something that's new. And this week, it's going to move into something very dramatic, very powerful for Earth. And it's the abundance card. It's not necessarily money. It is abundance in all forms. It's abundance in and being able to manage your subconscious and not be in control. Because when you're in control, you're not the boss. When you're in control, that means you're rigid. When you allow things to happen in your life, that's when the magic happens. That's when you allow the subconscious to come up. When you control it, you don't allow the subconscious. But when you allow the subconscious to come up, you are then the one that says yes, no, maybe so. And it is also, this is a week you're going to find your health is a little bit more positive than it has been. If not, it's you can see glimmers of it. But you notice your hair is shinier, your skin is brighter, and the food you choose to eat is healthier. You know, I love a little bit of ice cream in the summertime. I love marshmallows in the winter. But a little bit. And you're just going to find that things evolve in a very positive way. And to do all this, you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is always a support card. It could be the support from your own self, your higher self. You're more the one that can see a bit clearer. But it's strength. It's knowing what you're looking for. It's also a card of maintaining balance, because the water in there is in balance. It's not rough. It's not dead still. It's in balance. But it's also a card of continuing, shifting, and changing. And what supports you this week? We have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles as an energy is self-assuredness, awareness of what you want, and awareness of who you're going with. And very strange, we have right next to it the King of Pentacles. Again, that's the balance, the energy of balance. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles together indicate that this is a really strong week of being in balance. And if you're not in balance, take some tricks and meditate. Pull air, breathe, visualize roots into the ground, cleaning out old energy. Find a way to get in balance. This is the most important thing you can do for yourself this week. And the King of Pentacles is also someone who knows exactly what they want. A little bit stuck in their ways, but that's all right. He's very grounded. He's very earth balanced. And a lot of the slings and arrows that we've been dealing with are in the past. 10 of Swords. And if you look at it, and it's between the Queen and the King, and between something else, it's very positive. So this is in the past. The slings and arrows are in the past. It might still hurt. You might not have made it to where you're oriented yet. But the sun's coming up. There's daylight coming up. And the next card says 9 of Pentacles, which is reaching and receiving the rewards for having put in the effort. It's not an end card. It's a pause card. You're doing well. The very last card, and it doesn't really need a last card, is the Sun card. And we haven't had the Sun card for a long time in these readings. But the Sun card is all about joy, true joy, not superficial joy that we enjoy. You know, the superficial joys of I've got a bigger car than my neighbor. That's a superficial joy. This is in the heart joy, and true joy comes from true spirituality. And when you're in true spirituality, you're joyful. It doesn't matter if you've got 4 flat tires in your car, you're still in joy when you're in true spirituality. And that's just an example. So embrace this week, love this week. And the answer to what the other one, the last card that I pulled says simply love. And that is always going to be the answer in this cosmos, because the energy of this cosmos is made up of the energy of love. It is made, that's what the building blocks are. So things have been corrupted, but if you take it and fix the corruption, it will take you back to pure love. So that is the answer. Go for it. It should be a very good week for Earth. I don't promise a week of no learning. I never ever say that. I promise you a good week. And a good week is when you learn and you release and you remain in balance. Okay. So what do we have? Seems like we're busy.
Oh, you're talking about questions.
Yeah.
All right. Moonfeather says, "Hey, ladies.
Hi, Moonfeather. You're always the very first.
How has your day been?" Malipala says, "Hi, Eliz-sha," and L, Power of the P, says, "Hi there." Moonfeather asks, "Just wondering if my guides have anything to say, please. My dreams have been crazy. Thank you."
Well, when your dreams are crazy, that generally indicates a great deal of growth. And it generally indicates, for me, when I dream, because I'm not a dreamer, but when I dream, it means that there's fresh energy coming into the world, new energy, which means there's a lot of things happening. So when your dreams are crazy, it depends. Like, I'm not a dreamer, so for me, it's an indication of shift and change. If you're a dreamer, pay attention to your dreams, write down your dreams, and they will give you a lot of self-edification. And your guides say you should be celebrating because it is a time for you to. It is a time of high growth, a very strong growth. The more they're telling me, they're taking my words and repeating them back to you, but they're saying allow yourself to grow. Don't put roadblocks up. Even with it looks like it's something you're really absolutely going to hate, go with it and see what happens. And they suggest that you'll be very, very happy with the results. Okay.
Happy Tears says the term is dream breeders.
Breeders?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of a breeder before.
If they know how to read a dream.
Reader or breeder?
They wrote breeders, but I think they mean reader.
Oh, well, yeah, I have a dreamer on my staff, Elizabeth Myers, and she is absolutely fabulous, and she is probably the most.
Yeah,
I've never
met
anybody that dreams like this lady does,
Mm.
and but I'm not. I'm not a dreamer.
And sometimes it could also just be that someone's reaching out to say hi.
Well, usually from a higher energy.
Yeah.
But as a general rule, when people get dreams, it's because there's a shift and a change. When they get crazy dreams, it's because it's like the river running into a lake. The water is eddies and swirls, and so we're getting new fresh energy coming in, and so your dreams eddy and swirl. Okay. Anyhow, if you want more on dreams, Elizabeth Myers, we do have her. She does something called an in-depth during the month. It's supposed to be 1 hour, but with Elizabeth, it's 2 hours.
Maybe.
If we're lucky. And she also does raising spiritual children the first Monday of every month. And again, it's supposed to be 1 hour if we're lucky. We do adore Elizabeth, don't get us wrong.
No, she's a very sweet lady.
She does like to talk.
She does.
And she is very interesting and well-educated.
Yeah. All right. Malapala asks, how does Gemini feel after our date tonight?
Tonight? You've had it? It's in the past tense?
No, because Malapala is in the Philippines, so our morning is her middle of the night.
Oh, okay. So, that makes sense now. I keep forgetting about the difference.
Well, you still think Hawaii is like 9 hours ahead of us.
No, 6. Never thought 9, 6.
But it's 2.
Yeah, which it should, but it's just weird.
Time zones are weird.
Okay. It's because it has the ocean in between. If they didn't have the ocean in between, it wouldn't confuse me. What does he think? Well, I'm not sure you want to hear this, but he looks like a little puppy dog. Excited and extravagant and exhausted. Very, very happy, very, very content, but exhausted. That's what he feels.
Power of the P asks, may I have a card or a word of wisdom, pretty please?
Word of wisdom. Well, I can give lots of words of wisdom. You just might not. I just...
might not appreciate it? Yeah. Like, ground. That's your favorite word.
Right now, because most people are all over the place. It's... Okay, so I pulled the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a young energy. Doesn't know how much he actually knows, but there's also a lot of old energy. And when I say old, I'm talking about eons of time past that you knew that's returning to you. You're getting more and more knowledge. don't go, no, I couldn't possibly be true, because it is true. And just know you're a very old soul with a lot of old wisdom in what you feel is a newish soul. Or you don't feel necessarily like you know enough. Well, you do know a lot more than you allow yourself. It does mean you have responsibility. Not fun, that part. And that might be why you've always wanted not to claim your birthright. But claim your birthright. It's now time. I told you wouldn't like it. Go for it. You're going to do great.
Emily Klein asks, hey, Elisha and Elle, I would like to ask, what do my spirit guides want me to focus on?
Well, she asked you. You tell her.
Well, if I'm going to tell her, then it's to focus on life. Live it. Don't wait for it to happen.
Yeah. And and the question was, what do spirit guides want her to
focus on?
Okay.
Not your smart ass.
Not
your smart assness.
Actually, they agreed with you. They want you to live life. They want you to focus on being alive and in the present moment. And you do have a tendency to worry about, pardon my English, not my words, shit. And a lot of it is nothing that you worry about, it comes to pass. So stop worrying about it and live in the present moment. And you can blame Elle for that message.
Why blame me? You're the one that tossed it to me.
I know. You can still blame her. I don't mind.
Rude. Empress Z asks, I had a dream my great-grandma handed me something. I was outdoors and my friend was recording me on his phone. Any messages about the dream?
You were handed responsibility. It's time for you to take up the mantle. And the mantle is something probably that your family has handled for many, many lifetimes. And I think you know what it is, because I can feel your energy going, oh shit, I know that. Pardon my English. But that's what it was. I could feel your startle going, oh, I know what it is. So you've been handled the mantle. It's time for you to continue what, and it's been a sacred energy that's been passed down from generation to generations for probably over an eon of time. What I'm going to tell you, though, is it's time to shift, because over the eons of time it has become murky, and it is now time to shift it back to its roots. And the roots, which means that you want to get rid of tradition and bring it back into alignment with what is more likely to be truth. Okay? That's very exciting, by the way. I would dearly love to know how that works out for you.
Joy, peace, and love says, hi, Elisha and Elle. Anything from my guides that I need to know or focus on?
Joy, peace, and love. And Elle, and what?
Need to know.
No, joy, peace, and
love.
Oh, I did have it right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what they're telling me is you have a tendency to put yourself last, and you put everybody before you. So what they're telling me is, and it's time to focus a bit more on you, and do it without feeling guilty. You have a tendency to allow yourself to feel guilty because because you've been trained through, and we've trained most women this way over the years, that they are not supposed to think of themselves first. You're supposed to think of the man or everybody, the kids or somebody else. No, it is time to think about you first. And you first could be going to the library and getting that book out that you adore. I personally prefer Kindle because they're easy to carry. But if you have, it might be that it's time for you to go on a vacation, and you think, well, I have to do this, I have to do that. Well, maybe now is the time to go on a vacation. And I would suggest you do, if you choose a vacation, maybe choose to do it on your own, not including or looking after anybody else. Because if you go on your own, you actually have a chance of meeting somebody extremely important in your life. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody likes to do anything on their own. I don't. But go ahead.
Tay asks, hello, lovely ladies. I was told by my spirit guides that Haruka was going to reincarnate today. Do you feel it will be that soon?
Well, it could possibly be that soon. I don't see why it won't. I suspect the baby, the chances are you're moving, right? So the chances are the baby will be ready about the time just before, which would not be a great time, or just after you move. And spirit time, well, honest to God, they have no idea. They in spirit time, tomorrow could be 5 days from now, or 20 days, or even a year. So the chances are, if they told you that, it is right, because you're a lot more accurate than you believe in yourself. But at the same time, spirit, and I'm not telling you were wrong, I'm telling you spirit has a tendency not to have a clue when it comes to time. But I suspect that you've got 3 months max, maybe 70 days max. So the baby will come to you.
Joy, Peace, and Love says thank you. Mellow Yellow says hello. Cloud9, yes. Baby Maharaj asks,
I love Cloud9, yeah.
Asks, hello ladies, any messages from my guides?
So just beware anybody who asks for messages from your guides. They seem to be in
Punch drunk?
No, they seem to be in the mood to lecture.
Oh, okay.
Except for these guys. They're saying, hey, you're doing great. We're really proud of you. And they show me an image of going out to a restaurant and enjoying yourself. And they actually suggest you do this with a group of people. If you've got a group of people who like to go out and celebrate, they're not talking about, it looks like a seafood place, honest to God. And so if you live near the coast or something, go out to a place where you like it, and just enjoy yourself. It's basically, they're saying, with your own money, mind you, not theirs, go out and celebrate. Go out and enjoy your life. And this is a week, well, actually, from the reading I just did, that's probably a good idea to go out and enjoy your life this week. Okay, so go out and enjoy.
Yasmin Fox asks, "Hi, what's exciting? What's new and exciting for me in the next few weeks?"
So not necessarily good, just exciting. Good to know. Uh, well, one of your guides is jumping all over the place with excitement.
Oh, expecting.
Oh,
Am I expecting?
Not excitement.
No, she
Jeez.
typoed.
Exciting was much more fun. Expecting. It doesn't change the answer, honestly, though. They're excited about something. And what? There's something new coming into your life. And I've said this before. I don't know if I said it to you or somebody else, but there's something new, and the guides are really excited about it, and they're not getting a clear read on what the new is, but it's something. I think it's actually something in the physical, and they're very, very excited about it. So yeah. All right.
Lily Guild asks, "Hey, so last April I asked the Ouija board when I was going to get pregnant, and it said when I was 18, and that Jordan would be the father. Is that true? Yes, I'm seeing Jordan. I've been seeing Jordan."
You could get pregnant when you're 18. I would highly recommend that you make sure you don't, because the baby is willing to wait, and having a child at 18 means for the rest of your life you're a mother. And once you're a mother, you are a different person. So just, take precautions. Birth control pills, I recommend them.
In short, make sure motherhood is what you want at this age.
Because 18 is really, really young.
You'll no longer be able to go to parties. You will no longer be able to have a nightlife.
You'll never. It'll be really hard for you to get an education, so that you're always stuck in menial jobs.
Yeah, you'll never be able to hang out with your friends again.
Not the way you want to. Motherhood is not for the heart and faint of heart. It is something when you want it. You don't get pregnant to marry somebody. Because nobody stays married for things like that. And the truth is, he loves you at this moment. People change at 18 quite a bit. People change a lot. You don't really you want to have fun still. Please, you have a choice in this matter. And I don't recommend it. I recommend being a parent later in the 20s, early 30s. But the Ouija board gave you a potential. It didn't give you the only answer. Okay, and you are the one in charge.
Happy Tears says, "Hi, Lily Guild." Already answered her. Happy Tears asks, "I got into a Twitter argument with the guy I took off my account, and now he's arguing back and forth with me. I had to block him. What's wrong with him?" He likes the drama.
Yeah. He just gets wrapped up in the drama. He's very. He's not what I would call balanced. And he has a lot of lessons to learn. You do not have to be that lesson. Somebody else can be that lesson. Somebody who needs that lesson, you don't not have to be that lesson. Okay, it's most important that you understand you don't have to be that lesson. Uh, what else? Yeah, he's just, don't find him intriguing, please, because he has a. You'd be really sorry if you get involved. He's not he's not mentally healthy. Okay.
Ashley Vasquez says hi.
Hi, Ashley.
Jem TG asks, will Heather call me for a favor?
I'm not 100% sure Heather will. Heather is a little bit cranky at the moment, and but that doesn't mean after she's not cranky, she won't turn around and ask for a favor. But at the moment, that is not top of her list. As I said, she's a little bit cranky right now.
Ashley Vasquez asks, why do people hate me and love me that break my heart whenever I was in school? I'm not sure if they're mad or jealous.
School, it is without a doubt the hardest time in anybody's life. I would never ever want to go back to school. Not without that. So it's part of your lesson. It's part of your lesson to be an individual. It's part of your lesson to be confident in who you are and love yourself for who you are. Not because it's very difficult to be different in school. People have a very strong herd mentality, and the people who go after you, they don't think things through. It's like a chicken, right? Chicken, when it sees one of their flock is different, they will attack it. Well, different actually is a powerful tool, and if you can maintain the strength to be different, allow yourself to be different. Just don't allow yourself to be hurt because other people cannot handle the difference. And there is an energy coming for you as you grow. And if you're interested in psychic stuff, then you're probably going to be more involved with the spiritual energy later on, and you do have a job to do. You've come down with a specific specific reason for being here, and it will manifest when you choose to allow it. But it will also give you will always be slightly different. And yes, people either love you or hate you, but that's just because it usually goes along with a fairly strong personality.
And also, you don't have to take what they think of you as personal gospel.
Oh, for God's sakes, no. Yeah, because everything comes out of their personal I. And when I say I mean personal me opinion, which if they have a low self-esteem, they're going to have a lot of problems. And most people in school have low self-esteem.
And another side note, because you're also adding that you wanted to drop out and you feel anxious and stressed. If class bothers you that much, maybe instead of dropping out, do online if you can be self-motivated, and do online courses where it's at your own pace, at your own time.
But don't drop out.
But don't drop out. Don't follow in your mother's footsteps.
Also, your mother drop out?
Yeah. Change that story.
Change that energy. Elle didn't go to a regular school. She changed into a
learn at your own pace school.
Yeah, and it was part of the school system here in where we live, and it's usually for people who are different. And when they're different, usually means they're specially gifted psychic spiritual children, adults even.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it depends what grade you are in. You could probably go to the local college and do upgrading there. I know there's a lot of kids that are doing upgrading in the college system, but you have to get special permission. And there they don't. It's not the same energy. But it's also, it's not that you want to have a block around your aunt. You don't want to block yourself off from them, but you don't want to. You want to look at them and go, "What the are you talking about? It has nothing to do with me." Okay, and I empathize with you. I hated school with a passion. My kids
hated school with a passion
because they never fit in. They were always. Even my eldest one, who is a high-powered business lady, she just never fit
regular parameters.
Yeah. And you're just not ever going to fit regular parameters. It's who you are. Do not quit. Unfortunately, you cannot survive this world without a decent education. It just, unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
And all right, Queen Empress with a $10 super chat asks, "Hello, Eliz-sha and Elle. What are the messages from my guides for this month?"
Thank you, Queen Empress. Okay, hang on. So this month, not necessarily right now, but a little later in the month, maybe towards the 13th, 14th, 15th and up, there's going to be something more, that comes in for you. It's a big change. Big change. Okay, first of all, the first card I pulled for you was the Strength card. And the Strength card is rising above the level of energy you're at now. And that is actually it. The Strength card indicates that it's the lower energies sort of suck and hold you back like tar. So your subconscious is going to rise up and say, yeah, no, it's time to move on. You're going to choose to make this change. And because you choose to make this change, you have, interesting. Because you choose to make this change, and I pulled the Emperor, and the Emperor is, in this case, the Emperor is a warrior, and you're going to have to pull on your warrior energy to work through this thing, to be more motivated, to see things clearly, to stand in your power. But at the same time, I pulled another one to see if it could give me a little bit more clarity on the Emperor, because the Emperor, it's a very difficult card to read. It gave me another king rather than that. Well, because there's only the one Emperor. But this king suggests you watch and be careful and be aware, and don't stick your neck outward unless you necessarily need to. And you will go through periods of frustration. And it's frustrations because you know there's an answer, you just can't find it. When you find the answer, you will be dealing with the magician. And the magician is taking the energy from above, bringing it down into the earth plane and creating. And you have to know exactly what you want. So you're going to go through a period of time when you are developing clarity in who and what is important in your life. And the person who's most important in your life is you. So you're going to be developing clarity on what is important for you in this lifetime. It is time for you to basically own who you are and start living the life that you actually came down to live. Big job. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab says, hello, hope you are doing well. Can you tell me if my chakras, chi energy are aligned, or do they need some balancing? Thank you. Chakra / chi energy.
Oh, chi. Okay, I heard ki.
It's another word for chi.
Ki? No, that's K-I-A. I heard K-E-Y.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's see. Throat, not saying your truth. Comes down and goes. Heart, there's still a little coldness around the heart, a little bit of anxiety. Power, you're sure of your power. Maybe sometimes at times just a tad too sure of your power. The last two are slightly need to be realigned. There's something with your health that might be coming into your health. If you can clear it up now, it will be much better. And the lower chakra needs to be simply swirl them, open them up 100%, clear out the crap, slow it down to about 9%, because we don't want to ever be at 100% with our chakras open. And also they have a hot rock chakra meditation or massage that if you know of any place like that, it might be worthwhile, or Google it. But take some rocks and just line them along your body and do a quick meditation. I have been, if you listen to Wednesday's meditation, Nikki talks about Joe Dispenza's Blessings of the Energy Centers, which she did. And this is, I think this is a 6-month meditation course where you include breath work, and it will align your centers very quickly and very clearly. And the breath work is just unimaginably powerful. I haven't looked into it myself, but I know it's online. You can Google it. So Joe Dispensa, and you can always message me if you want more blessings of the energy chakra, energy centers, which is the chakras. Okay, and she did it on Wednesday. Go back and listen to that and go through it with her again. Just fast forward it to the point where she does the meditation and go through it and see what each one feels like. All right.
It's on the Wisdom Seekers page, and I believe it's still pinned as an announcement on the Facebook.
I pinned it to the top on Wisdom Seekers because I've been actually passing it along to a few people. It's extremely powerful meditation this week.
All right. Champagne C asks, hey, Elisha and Elle, can we do a quick check-in on Angel, please? Thank you. She also adds LOL.
So he's got up off the couch. He's starting to go about his life again. He's a little bit dragging, but he's moving. His energy is starting to move forward again. He says to him, basically he's saying to himself, well, I can't stay in this position for forever. So at this point he's just taking a deep breath and moving forward. And I think that's what you want.
Malakala says, yes, haha, it's 3 a.m. now.
Yeah, I don't think that's why he's tired.
Eagle Fisk asks, hi, do you have any messages for me from my angels, please?
So, Yoda, he's one of my favorite people. Well, he's not a people's, but I'm sure in the energy he's got some pretty strong followers. And he has this saying, and I always get it wrong. My daughter always corrects me, so I'm going to get her to say it. There is no try.
Yeah, do or do not. There is no try.
And that's exactly what I got for you. Do or do not. There is no try. And which it basically means get your butt out there and don't say no to yourself. Don't say you're not capable of doing it, because you are. Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. Big Maharaj says thank you, E&E.
Okay.
Lily Dulo says, hello ladies, how are you today? I ask regarding my new home. I have decided to move from my parents' home. That's why I need an insight. Can it happen within 6 months?
Definitely. And it's what I see for you. What I see for you is it's actually a really cute place. And cute, it doesn't necessarily mean it's small. It's just really a really nice energy about it. And it's like it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you it's waiting for you to come and get it and make it what it's supposed to be. It might be a fixer-upper. And that would mean basically it needs paint and it needs some TLC, like the kind of energy you're really good with. But it's not like it's really super broken or anything. It just needs paint And it needs you to make it a home, basically.
Next, Earth Angel asks, will I date someone new or will Rodriguez contact me in the future?
You should date somebody new. Don't wait. Just go do it.
Malapala says, thanks, Eliz-sha and Elle, my dears. Mimi asks, what are AJ's intentions with me romantically?
I don't know that they're so romantic as pretty much a typical male energy. And I don't think I think I'm hoping you can extrapolate from that. Because I'm not quite sure I really want to go into it on live.
Joy, Peace, and Love C says yes, and thank you so much. Tay Tay says thank you. I made sure I asked for specific dates. They said I would find her 1 week from today on the 14th. I was told 3 months several days ago, but I thought that they may have changed.
Well, nothing's written in stone, honestly. But just be aware. It's whatever comes in. It's going to take a lot of your energy. It's not coming in as an easy pet.
Next.
Yeah.
Zulmi what messages does my mom have for me? We haven't communicated for 2 years.
So she's alive?
I guess so.
She's kind of annoyed. That's what I'm getting. She kind of thinks that it's your responsibility to deal with to do the communications. And honestly, from what I'm picking up, I wouldn't rush over to talk to her yet. Not yet.
Nala P asks, will my immediate family give me my stuff back?
Say what?
Will my immediate family give me my stuff back? Nala P.
Not really. Not in a rush. There is some stuff that needs to be sorted out, and there's some stuff that needs to be sorted out, and the energy isn't finished yet. So unfortunately, it doesn't. It's just not. It's just not at this moment a positive energy. So I would wait until some of the things have died down.
Nancy W. asks, does my Aunt Martha like my current boyfriend for me?
Well, not likely, but nobody's ever good enough for their children. And even with your Aunt Martha is not your mom, she nobody's ever quite good enough. It's not because they're not good enough. It's because they see you for this, for being extra special and this and that, and they watched you grow up. So I wouldn't worry about that at the time being, but no, I don't think she does.
Joe Fermino asks, any messages from my guides?
Okay, this is interesting. Your guides are saying they really love what you're doing. They're I guess they chose you're doing something lately that's a bit different from what it was, and they're really pleased with what you're doing. They really love what you're doing, basically, is what they're telling me. So, and that's the word that comes through mostly is we love it. And that I've never had that actually happen before, so that's interesting. And so good luck. Go with it. Enjoy it. All right.
Charlene Collette asks, hi girls, I'm done work for the winter. Will anything new and exciting be happening to me before I return to work in April?
So your guide suggests that maybe you should make something happen. They actually saying if you've got the extra time and the energy, you should maybe take a vacation, one that will get that's memory making, that you would enjoy. And I recommend that too, actually. If you can go out and create memories. And I suspect you're asking if there's a guy involved or something like that. There can be, but it would be casual, and it won't be in depth. But I think you know that because you don't really want in depth yourself. You prefer casual. Um, but basically, they're suggesting you go out and make things happen. Take an extra bit of time and go to Cuba, go to Mexico, or go to a resort or even into the middle. What's that place? The Constantinople. Go to Constantinople or someplace if you want, but do something unique that will create a memory. And this is entirely in your field of play. You're the one that's in charge of this, and you don't have to go with anybody. But if you go to Constantinople, obviously I would go with a group tour or something. You don't want to go to a place like that on your own.
Next.
Uh, Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Barbara Spellman asks, "Does my ex miss me?"
He does. I don't think he's going to do much about it, but he does.
Next.
Yeah.
Angel Wings, "Will my A1C go down in 3 months?"
That is entirely up to you, actually. It is entirely your how you eat, what you do, what you how you think, and how you worry. And worrying is never going to be a way to get your whatever down, because worrying is called stress, and stress is what makes people sick. So try less stress, try a little more exercise, and get your butt out there and walk, or do something. If you can't walk, if the weather's crappy, here in town we can, where I live, you can go walk in the arenas anytime you want. So get out there and get yourself busy, get yourself mobile. I've done.
Okay. Miriam M asks, "What can I expect in the next month?"
Well, that's a huge ask, that's not a one question because there's a lot of things can happen in a month. But as a general rule, what can you expect? So what your guides say, shift, change, and more change. So you've got a lot of things happening.
Next, or are you still reading?
Well, basically they said shift, change, and more change. And
So
so there's a lot of things happening, and I just, it's for one question. I can't go beyond that.
fair enough. Crane Domain asks, "Will I get any scholarships soon?"
I got a simple yes.
Leah Isa, and I apologize if I butchered your name, asks, "Is my second daughter my grandmother reincarnated?"
Yes. And that's no surprise.
Ashley Vasquez says, "Thanks, love." Queen Empress says, "Thank you so much, Elisha." Christine S asks, "Hello, ladies. I'd like to know, how did M feel about the text I sent him last night? Thanks."
A little shocked, a little surprised, a little not sure how to deal with it.
Ashley Vasquez asks, "I want a tarot class, but I don't know if they have any in the college." They probably don't.
They used to have them here.
Did they?
Yeah.
Want to read tarot?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be workshops.
Yeah, workshops.
Not an actual graded course.
Yeah, and you really don't want to take a course. Okay, what you do is you get a beginner level. It's all right. You get a beginner level card. So like my cards are not beginner levels. But you get a beginner level, and you can go on Amazon and you can get a beginner's tarot cards. And you read the book, then you throw the book away, and you look at the book, and you look at the pictures, and you feel what you feel inside, and you just read for every Tom, Dick, and Harry you can, and not specifically for yourself. It's difficult to read for yourself. You want to do exchanges, but just get out there and practice. Other thing you can do is get a deck of plain tarot card, deck of plain cards, playing cards. Put them so that the back is to you, and go up and down like that, and say it's red or it's black. And as you get better at feeling whether it's black or red, then you say, okay, it's number 9. It's just practice. Driving along the highway, you go, okay, the next sign is going to say it's 30 kilometers or 30 miles to the next place you're going to, or it's going to say such and such. Just practice, practice, practice. Pay attention to how you feel when pay attention to how you feel when you're right. Pay attention to how you feel when you're wrong, and just practice. It's basically it's just practice. So,
and
like I say,
trusting that you're right and wrong.
yeah, and it's something that you want to do. You never want to stop practicing. And one of the reasons I do these interactives is because it hones my abilities. Because how many things have I done? Have I done dot dot dot? And they're all different questions. So it's just practice. And I've been doing this since I was 19. It's some 48 plus years. I'm still working at it. Don't kick yourself in the butt when you're wrong. Ask people's, when I read for them, I say, does that make sense? And if they say no, then I go back and I think to myself, how can I explain it so that it makes sense to them? Because one of the things that would happen when I was younger, I'd do a reading and I'd tell them what I got, and they said, oh no, that's not what happened. The ABC happened. Well, ABC is exactly what I was saying, but I was using the wrong words for them to understand. So you have to figure out what words make people happy, and which ones which ones do they understand. Always be very positive, because everything has a positive. But again, it's just practice. Go on Amazon, get the beginner's level, and then just read. First of all, you start out, you can read with the book, but not for long. You read the book through, you throw the book away. Okay?
Queen Empress says, thank you so much, Eliz-sha. Okay, I'm jumping back and forth. I have no questions, apparently. Apologize. Lily Doolittle.
Well, we're over an hour anyhow.
Thank you a lot. Jennifer Schwab says, thank you. I will do Nikki's meditation again. Hopefully I can open the chakras a little more and fix the health issues you feel I can try to avoid with some change. Thanks.
Yeah.
Or hugs.
Yeah. It just, there's some frustration energy in there that's getting is starting to dig into the cells, basically.
Are you up to doing a couple more questions, or should we just call it?
Let's do 2 more or a couple more.
Okay. As Starzy asks, hi Eliz-sha, just got a new job. Hope to do well. Anything my spirit guides want me to know? Thank you. Many blessings to you and yours.
So realize right off the bat that you can't learn a new job overnight. So keep your eyes open, your mouth. Only to ask the questions, and only ask the questions of the right people, because I feel like there's somebody there who gets a little cranky with too many questions. I don't know which one it is, so only ask that person questions when it's absolutely necessary, but keep your eyes open, and basically you will handle this job easily and quickly.
Non Kululeko Sirinde, and I apologize if I butchered that name.
And she's probably killing herself laughing, so yeah.
Probably. Hey, does he regret what he did?
I don't feel he does. So don't waste time on them. Move on. Let go. Release. Okay.
Tay says, thank you for helping me confirm the confusing answers from Spirit.
Well, just remember, Spirit is not really good with time. And anybody who's been involved with psychic or spiritual energy for a while will tell you timing is it's not really up there in the stars. They don't care.
Leah Isa says, thank you and I love you. I knew it by some of the things she does.
Okay, be very careful then.
And Power of the P says, thank you with a smiley face, and we're done.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Not same time, but same place. And I have no idea what time because it all depends on
ringing that bell.
Yeah, ring that bell. It all
depends.
depends on what's happening here in our house. Sometimes I get readings, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I wake up, sometimes I don't. Okay.
Regardless, you'll be notified.
Yeah. So it's always a pleasure. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.
And thank you for the questions.